Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a marvelous Monday. Everybody had a safe Memorial Day. And right now, making the best out of that four-letter we call life. I apologize, a bit behind. I promised a couple of videos and I didn't get a chance to do it. Unfortunately, I ran into a certain situation that was on my behalf that I regret. But once again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make up now. Okay, everybody always asks me about King Allah. Okay, King Allah and the 5 percenters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a piece that happened like Memorial Day weekend years ago. Two New York City men, one in connection with a pair of kidnapping in which one victim died, was arrested while incident Sunday night. Maryland State Police say Kelvin Doe and Vincent Chambers was arrested around 8 p.m. Sunday by state police officer who had been staking out for 4 days the apartment a man had occupied about 10 miles southeast of Washington, D.C. Police spokesman Richard Burlon say the two were sorted by authority in New York City and suburban Nassau County, New York, in connection with two May kidnapping in which the assailant allegedly demanded drugs and cash for release of the victim. The victim was identified as Jose Borrello, 26 of Brooklyn, New York, who was seized on May 16, and Joanne Nichols of Belmont, New York, who was abducted May 22nd. Burlon say that after Borrello was kidnapped, his assailant negotiated with Borrello's father, demanding 10 kilos of coke and $50,000 for his return. Negotiation broke down several days later, and Borrello's body was found May 19 in Queens. Ms. Nichols released safely after her family paid a $77,000 ransom. Burlon say Nassau County official told him. The Maryland State Police was notified early this week by New York City Police and Nassau County official that Dove and Chambers was in that area. Burlon say Dove and Chambers surrendered while incident at that apartment in 6500. Folks, look at that. Okay, here it is right now. Is you look at Kelvin Doe. Kelvin Doe is King Allah. King Allah is, you know, a figure that grew up in New York and he had a hell of a reputation. Highly intelligent brother. The difference is right now is he wasn't that big as far as size, but he was big in his mind because he was able to utilize his mind to basically get what he wanted and manipulate people and built a strong army. So sit back and think about it. When you're able to use your education and your belief system and you can manipulate other individuals that's part of your group, you're powerful. You're powerful in so many different ways that people don't even imagine. So what he was able to do, put together a team. And right now what he did is he went after drug dealers. You know what? Desperate people do desperate things. So people say, well, why would he go after a guy like Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols? And to me, like, you know what? Everybody try to figure that out. Even I try to figure out. But then again, as you get older and you start understanding why he would go after Fat Cat, number one, he knew Cat. And the difference is right now, he knew Fat Cat was younger than him. So a lot of times older guys think they smarter than younger guys, so they go after him. Take my picture of King Allah right here. That's him right there years ago. Right now is like, wow. Like he was selling newspaper, okay? He was selling newspaper for the Nation of Islam, all right? Here you go again. That's him right now as far as when he passed away, okay? King Allah, okay? Take him another photo of King Allah. Heck of the article, just in case you want to look it up. That's the article. And here's Fat Cat and his wife Mousey. Okay, so when you look at that, desperate people do desperate things. So he figured Cat was in jail. Cat had a powerful organization. Cat was worth millions. So what he wanted to do is, how do he tap into those millions? How do he go after somebody he felt illegal, that they don't have no reason or they won't contact the police? So that's what he went after. And this so happened when you go after people, their family got involved. Because once again, here it is, Mousey family, her mother and dad put up $77,000 cash to get them back. What I'm gonna do at this present time, I'm gonna take time and read an excerpt from this book, Beyond Lucky, okay? And they go like this. Wow, I was back in Brooklyn House during Memorial Day weekend of May 1987. Channel 7 News flashed a lady picture on the screen. I thought the woman looked familiar. With Fat Cat still in prison, the competition thought it was a good time to take advantage of the situation. On a weekend prior to Memorial Day 1987, a lady left her home in Elmont, Long Island. Okay, she was driving her brand new sports Mercedes-Benz, going shopping to prepare for several cookout for Memorial Day weekend when she was pulled over by two individuals posing as New York City detectives. They was driving unmarked cars, supposedly investigating the murder of her husband, you know what I'm saying, Lorenzo Nichols, former parole officer, the late Brian Rooney. This innocent woman was Joanne Mousey Nichols, the wife of Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. And for that, she was kidnapped off the street of Long Island in broad daylight. She was blindfolded and placed in the back of a dark colored van with no window. She was tied up and taken to an unknown abandoned building in Brooklyn for several days. Okay, she was still blindfolded and she was tied to a wooden chair guarded by a large, vicious, rolling pit bull. She was told on numerous occasions that if their demand was not met, they was going to have the pit bull bite up her breast, one breast at a time before they kill her. Mousey was more horrified by the thought of not ever seeing her kids, parent, family, and friends, and a good chance that her family would never find her body to give her a proper funeral. This was a bad move. Street rule 101. Never kidnap someone, involve their parent who have nothing to do with the street. However, this rule was occasionally broken when whole family had to pay for one family effort. The kidnapper made contact with Mousey family and struck them on their demand, which included a healthy ranching and instruction that no law enforcement involved. Once again, folks, sit back and think about it. Here it is right now. Was her parents legit, law-abiding taxpayer? So what are they going to do? The kidnapper got in contact. Cat got the word. He was able to basically talk them through Prince. Gerald Prince Miller is Supreme, you know what I'm saying, nephew. And he was in charge at the time. And he was a person that Cat trusted at the time. And he was part of the round table. So he negotiated. He went back and forth with the kidnapper. Okay, he got 77,000 cash during Memorial Day weekend. Sit back and think about it. All banks are closed. So even for them to scrap up 77,000 cash, that's a lot of money. But yet and still, that's what it took. So he was able to drop that money off at the location at the request of the kidnapper. And what wound up happening? They released him. Look at the other guy they kidnapped. And they wanted 10 keys of coke and $50,000. Guess what? They didn't get that, so they killed that guy. So most likely, if they didn't get anything from Fat Cat or her family, guess what? Chances are she would have been dead. And this story goes deeper than the original surface because once again, once they got picked up, and what King Allah was telling his people, listen, don't worry about it. She's not coming to the grand jury. Right now is, guess what? Based upon who Fat Cat is, nothing going to happen to us. He's not going to allow his wife to use the judicial system against us. He going to want to get us on the street. So what happened was they sat in Nassau County. They got extradited from Maryland back to Nassau County, and they was wrong. Because once again, you know what? Mousey did went to the grand jury and testify and got them indicted. Mousey did attend different hearings. Okay, so now these guys panicking, and being that they panicking, they start doing off the wall stuff. So being after the kidnapping, Mousey left. Her and her family relocated out of state. So King Allah, what he did was he devised a plan, and what he did was he sent an express package by the U.S. mail. And right now is being that she didn't live in Elmont, Long Island no more. That package went to her new location, okay? And when it got there, and she opened the box, our family member, they opened the box. It's supposed to be like a jury case. And with that jury case being open, they open the jury case, you thinking like, whoa, wait a minute, who sent me jury? So she opened that velour jury case, and as she opened it, she see a dead mouse. And picture, your name Mousey, your nickname is Mousey, and you see a dead mouse. She fainted, okay? What you gonna do? She fainted, you know, right now, scared to death. You know, other family members came around. And as they do a further investigation, it was 3 bullets in there. Imagine you got 3 bullets in there. And they got each and every one of your kid's name inscribed in all bullets. Come on, man. That's some deep stuff. That was some crazy stuff back then. But that's how these people was operating. That's how a man like King Allah, very brilliant. But the difference is, what did he do and how did he use the intelligence back then? He used it devious. He used it in the wrong way. So when he did that, I just left Attica from visiting Fat Cat. You know, I had just flew back from Buffalo, New York to New York City. And I kept getting paged. And my page kept blowing up. And every time I call everybody, they calling me from different numbers, 911. Yo, listen, you need to go back up and see Cat. What you mean? I just left him. I'm not going back up there. He says it's very important. You have to go back up there. So long story short, okay, cool. The next day, I went back to the airport, flew up to Buffalo, took a limousine, went to Attica to see him. So his wife, you know what I'm saying, right now, and somebody else up there, and we talking. So basically what he's telling me what took place about her receiving that package, okay? And right now, what was going on and what need to be done. So his thing is, you need to go see King Allah. Okay, oh man, okay. So right now is, I had to set up arrangement to go see King Allah. Folks, okay, I really didn't want to do it. You know, to me, I was too busy and I don't want to go visit a cat I don't know in jail. But here it is right now. What I did was I sent my brother, Country, to go see King Allah. And when he went to see King Allah looked at him, who you? And he said, I'm Glaze. And he told him, look, man, look him up and down. You're not Glaze. He said, when y'all cats are finished playing, send Glaze to come see me. So Country came back out and told me exactly what he said. I'm like, huh? How the hell? We didn't have all the social media and picture floating around, knowing how people look and people don't look. But obviously, he knew what I looked like. So anyway, right now, a few days went by, and I went to see him. As I went to see him, I sat down on one man to another man and basically gave him the term. And that term is to be continued, part 2.